So AVA Group currently have its headquarters in Herning in Denmark. We are a little above 10 people and we do almost everything in-house. Everything from populating PCBs with a full production line of machinery to hand soldering whatever is necessary and assembling products on a high quality, even to laser engraving stuff. So every single product built in-house is mainly built by one employee. That goes from the whole beginning of the process to the whole finalization of the product. We produce by orders. We don't produce as an assembly line. For us, it's not about throwing products out on the market and saturating them. For us, it's more about making customers happy. So when we design for each company, it's a very different approach. With Alluxity, we kind of see what kind of market do we want to go into and how do we fit that market without compromising ourselves. With Vitus Audio, it is more of a what do we want in both sound and as a product as a whole. We've never really looked into a market with Vitus Audio saying, oh, the market needs this and let's go and try and make a profit off of that. No.
One of the reasons I actually got started for real with the professional part or side of it was because I couldn't afford the stuff that I wanted to actually go and buy. So I had to build it myself, but the typical DIY guy realizes later that building it yourself is definitely not a cheaper solution. My interest for music / hi-fi started back when I was starting to play drums in a street marching band. And that's kind of where the whole idea behind Vitus Audio started, but it was still many years away from being founded as a company. I was still 16, 17 years old when I built my first preamp and power amplifier. And that's what triggered my interest for electronics for real, and that's actually why I signed on to take an education as an electronic engineer. From my personal point of view at the time, being educated in electronics, one of the things that I did first when I got a piece of equipment was actually not listening to it. It was taking the top off and looking inside. And apart from the likes of AccuPhase, I was very often disappointed because it were half empty chassis. It didn't look the way I thought it should look. While looking at AccuPhase, it was like typical Japanese style. I mean, really just perfectly made on the inside, like it was a display meant to be seen inside.
And for us, that's equally as important as the externals. So you understand, like when you go and grab something and it has some weight to it, like this feels like quality. When you open it up, you can also see that it is quality, that everything is assembled in a certain way and everything's been thought through throughout the whole process. In Alluxity, there are currently 4 different products, and with Vitus Audio, there's over 20 different ones, separated into 3 lines. There's the entry level, that is the reference series. There is the signature series, which is where everything began, and then there's the no-cost object, which is the masterpiece series.
From a designer point of view, one of the things that I tried to do was merge the higher frequency or from mid to high frequency sound of tubes combined with the typical lower frequency control of solid state. Merge those two with all the benefits that brings to the table. From a power point of view, it was very important for me to look at on a component level actually. So it doesn't matter how fantastic a amplifier design that you have if the first component that actually in the circuitry is a problem, which is the transformer for a power amplifier, which is why I've never used toroidal transformers, because I just found that regardless of the benefits that they have some issues in terms of the voltage swing from open loop to closed loop. So I spent about 4 years with one of the top Danish designers of transformers at the time to get their transformer design right for the power amplifiers, which is a UI transformer, and we're using that design today.
Only make something that we can really back up and something that we will love and enjoy ourselves.
The simplest way I can describe it is that if we have 2 different parts and one costs $10 and another costs $100, if the one at $100 adds a few percentage to the overall quality, we will choose the one at $100. We never design for price. We design for absolute best performance we can, regardless of cost. So we're not driven as the typical type of corporate company where we have a price point to meet. And within that price point, we have to do the best we can. No, we just do the absolute best we can, and we figure out what the price is afterwards.
The pinnacle means that we are the best. The pinnacle being everything from how we do things, how we lay out the things, how we present the brand, what are the structures, and how we actually run the company. what are the benefits for a dealer or a distributor to work with us, what are the benefits for a customer to work with us. We really want to go across the board and be the ones that everybody look towards and say, okay, they figure it out. We need to copy them to have success.